Just give the word and we'll get underway.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Ron hopes the best thing that happened to us.
Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect
You made it. Those outlaws didn't give you too much trouble, I trust? Good. I'm sure it didn't hurt that I softened him up for you. You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Nobody said a word to me about it. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free. No, and I can't get answers as to why not. I'm sure Mr. Hope has his reasons. His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be wrapping up. Come on. I'm guessing the Marshal already told you this.
Ron Hope certainly embodies the saying, spared no expense.
He's on the Council of Governors. The Council oversees the Freestar Rangers, so don't rile him up. I've spent a long time trying to build a good relationship with Hope. He comes on a little strong, but there's a lot to admire about the man. Everything you see around you, he built. Pretty much everyone in this town owes him for their livelihood. Can't begin to imagine the kind of pressure that must put on someone. All I'm saying is, try to show a little respect. All the way up. Is it just me, or does every executive in the settled systems have
Enjoy
an
your
office on
visit
the
to
top
Hope
floor? I guess being above everyone makes them feel like they're, well, above everyone.
As for parts, we could try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Well, talk to Elaine about the scavengers. It's not a bad idea, provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember, it's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for the welfare of everyone in the factory. We look out for our people here, Bridget. That's a point of great personal pride.
Excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Free Star Rangers. At last! Ah, damn good to see you. I think we're done here, Bridget.
Yes, sir.
This is the deputy I told you about.
Splendid. Splendid! It's a noble calling, being a Free Star Ranger. We certainly could use more of you. Let's get down to it, shall we? Time is money. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship stolen right out of the factory. Justice must be done, and the sooner the better. That's good news. I'll send my people over to bring it home. Of course, that doesn't mean your work is done. I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors. I'm glad we understand each other.
I'm not certain why you choose to back this Free Star elitist snob, but that's your choice. I'll back your play, but I don't have to like it.
Now, tell me that you've at least got a lead of some kind. Perhaps I expected too much. You are just a deputy, after all. Well, I'm not sure I can be. We questioned everyone who was in the building when it happened, and not one person seems to have seen anything at all. Frankly, I think that's highly unlikely and more than a little suspicious. However, there are times when the hangar is empty, so it's not inconceivable the thief could have slipped in unseen. No, nothing at all. It was just a standard Hope Tech cargo holder. Not that it didn't have great value, mind you. Hope Tech builds some of the most durable and reliable starships in the settled systems. Now, you can bet my ships last twice as long as anything Stroud Eklund makes. What? Nonsense! We vet our people thoroughly here. Hope Tech holds its employees to the very highest standards. Nevertheless, I suppose I could have Cosette conduct a thorough personnel review. Rest assured, if we turn up any evidence that one of our people was an accomplice, I'll let you know. Because I told them not to. If word got out, it would do irreparable harm to our image. I'm in fierce competition with other starship manufacturers. Any sign of weakness could be fatal. What's more, every starship thief in the settled systems would likely flock to Hopetown and start planning the next heist. Very well. I need you to understand something, Deputy. This town is home to men, women, and children who depend on Hope Tech for a living. I provide jobs that put food on their tables and a roof over their heads. It's a responsibility that I take very seriously. If word gets out about the stolen ship, my investors will lose trust, and my workers will pay the price. I can't allow that.
Well, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm sure the burden of responsibility for your workers is an inconvenience, Mr. Hope. But the deputy has responsibilities as well.
Despite what you think, I have great respect for the badge and the difficult choices that come with it. But my primary concern is for the welfare of my people. I hope so.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Hope, but there's been a development.
Not now, Cosette. I'm in the middle of something.
But sir, we have new information. I've just received a report that the stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the theft.
A breakthrough at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you'll be heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word? That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail. Yeah, me too. So, guess you're headed for Neon. There's a ranger stationed there. Name's Jalen Price. He's a little different than the rest of us. But Neon's a different kind of place. Well, we could talk for an hour about that. The short version would be that crime, law, and justice don't exactly mean the same things there. The badge doesn't carry the same weight on Neon, so you might have to get creative.
Nem lembrava que eu tava. Nem lembrava. Ah, tá só o Mercúrio, viado.
He's what I'd call a pragmatist. He sees things for what they are. He's also well connected, which means a lot on Neon. You should listen to what he tells you. It'll keep you out of trouble. He should be able to help you out. Well, we've both got work to do. It was good to meet you, Deputy. Thanks again for helping me out up there. I'll be taking it easy for a couple of days. Need time to heal up.
Oh,
Then, I need to get back up there and keep an eye out for more pirates. I'm hoping to track one of their ships so I can find their hideout. Guess we could both use a little luck, huh? No problem. Good luck on Neon, Deputy.
Hey, that isn't yours.
You're under arrest. No sudden moves. Good. We don't need any more trouble today.
Fine, next time, please.
But we'd be dust, except for the factory.
I think we were given a bum deal. Hannibal has been on the wanted list for purchase, and no tracker's been able to nab him despite many trying. But maybe no one's expectations are low, and they just want to see how you handle a tough but low-stakes situation. For that, I guess it's perfect. I just wish they weren't intent on dragging my record down with it. Funny you ask. Until recently, no one even knew what he looked like. Despite his many crimes, he's managed to keep an exceptionally low profile. As you can imagine, it's hard to find someone when you don't know their face and can't find their base of operations. This is compounded by the fact that he never leaves a trace, and we never know when or where he'll strike next. The fact that we got info linking Adrastos to him is a damn miracle. It's the hope. He's our only lead at the moment. Now, if the question is, do I trust him, that's a different story. But again, we do what we can with the information we have.
Off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Right.
I have things for you. Is that something you might be interested in?
Hey, I don't care who you work for. You can't just... Oh, you're the rookie, aren't you? Not exactly, but I get a lot of unwanted visitors. Kinda comes with the territory here. The one and only. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship. Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here, but this city is real good at keeping its secrets, even from us. No, I think you should be careful. You can count on my help if you play by the rules. This isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't carry the same weight here. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the law. Our job is to keep the peace, make sure the violence doesn't get out of hand. The last thing anyone around here wants is some hotshot deputy looking in every dark corner.
Law enforcement isn't exactly welcome in Neon, but that shouldn't deter you from your duty.
That would be Benjamin Bayou. He's out to squeeze every credit he can from the people of this city. He doesn't much care who gets hurt in the process. He's also got a seat on the Council of Governors, which proves that if you've got enough credits, you can buy anything you want. I pick my battles, and I pick them carefully. Our first duty is to protect the people of the Freestar Collective. But sometimes you have to choose which people to protect, because not everyone is innocent. Rookies.
I'm proud of you. Without duty and honor, you'd have nothing left.
Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Billy Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on ship traffic for me. I'll introduce you, but don't expect a favor. Even if it doesn't cost credits, nothing in Neon is free. Believe it or not, yeah, it was. My mother's an executive with Ryujin, so I grew up here. I volunteered for this post as much to keep the other Rangers out of trouble as any other reason. If some hotshot rookie took this job and started flashing the badge everywhere, it wouldn't end well. Nah, I've got friends in high places, so to speak. I'm the son of a Ryujin Industries executive. Maybe you've heard of her? Name's Alexis Price. There's a sort of fragile peace here in Neon. It's better for everyone if the syndicates and the corporations coexist with minimum friction. Stay out of people's business until you can't. Be willing to let the small stuff slide. Don't break up a fight unless it's getting out of hand. Most of all, don't assume that badge will protect you. Of course, Neon's full of desperate people who have nowhere else to turn. For some, it's the drugs. For others, it's gambling. There are a lot of ways to lose everything in this city. My rule is simple. If someone brought it on themselves, then I don't get involved. Rangers are supposed to exercise good judgment. I'm one person here. I can't help everybody. The best I can do is try to protect the ones who are innocent. And believe me, it's a full-time job. This is Neon. There are no guarantees, and who I find trustworthy changes on a daily basis. Talk to him or don't, it's your call. Come on.
Same for you, when you have a moment.
That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City. Yeah, I read all the reports. You learn quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the Marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they'd be done. I need to impress that upon you. Because the fact that you think justice is absolute concerns me, Deputy. It's never that simple. Justice can mean different things to different people, and laws can be interpreted and debated. A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people. Hey, Billy. Got a second?
What? Oh, it's you. Gave me a good scare. I thought you were one of Goodman's people.
Sure, far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case, and I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
What do you need? Right out of the factory? Damn, that's pretty impressive. Well, here's the thing. Neon's got no end of shipjackers. I see them come and go every day. It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other, you know what I mean?
I suppose we shouldn't be surprised that he's asking for something in return.
Yeah, well, I'm one of them. I can help you, but right now my life is in danger, and I haven't even done anything wrong. Freestar Rangers are supposed to protect the innocent, right? Please, just hear me out, okay? I need to know I can count on you. Then you need to hear this. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan shark by the name of Emmett Goodman. Now, Goodman's coming after me to collect. He says if I don't pay up, I'm a dead man.
That's terrible. You shouldn't be responsible for your brother's debts.
Yeah? Well, tell that to Goodman, because he doesn't seem to care. He just wants his money. From where I'm standing, seems like our problems are intertwined like a couple of fuel lines in a thruster assembly. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. Maybe we can work something out. I'd like to think so. I'm still willing to talk. Okay. Had to try, right? The woman you're looking for is named Grace Early. Stealing ships is her line of work. She usually comes here to sell the goods. Rumor has it she just finished a job for some mercenary outfit, and she's been throwing money around, so it must have paid well.
I know her. When she isn't out on a job, she's a regular at Madame Sauvage's. That's on the upper platform. I'll back you up.
Well, what about me? You just gonna leave me twisting in the wind here?
If I were you, I'd get the hell out of Neon and start over somewhere else.
You're out there a lot, right?
Where the fun never stops. In the city that never sleeps.
When you have a moment.
I give you joie de vivre. The things I like, I'm not good at. I can't play instruments and...
Add a second to chat? I'm in the market for a job that'll get me out of Neon. If you need some muscle on your crew, I might...
You have what others covet, but can never attain. Oh yeah? What's that? Time.
I think so. I've never been on one before, but I'm a quick learner and I'm trained for combat. I hear the space lanes are getting more dangerous every day. It might be nice to have a tough chick around, right? Man, am I glad to hear that. Thank you so much. So, before we finalize anything, I should probably tell you that I'm a member of the Disciples. If that changes your mind, I get it. Not everybody likes associating with gangs. No, of course not. I wouldn't involve you in any kind of trouble. The gang's leaders know I'm planning to take a contract job off-world. One of Neon's biggest gangs. We mostly operate in Ebside, like the Strikers. Thanks. That's a big relief. You wouldn't be the first person to turn me down when they found out. I'm glad I got that off my chest. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to discuss my salary. Loyal service doesn't come free. Not when I have debts to pay off. I'll accept your standard going rate, not a credit less. Okay, as long as you aren't trying to screw me. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not not trying to be a hard ass. I just can't go any lower. I hear you. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, fine, I'll take it. Something's better than nothing. Works for me. I'm ready to start whenever. I have a couple things to sort out here, then I'll head to my post. This is going to be fantastic! I've been waiting my entire life to get out of Neon. So long, Captain.
Oh, great. Just who I don't want to see. A Freestar Ranger and his... What are you? A sidekick or something? Well, I'm sure your mom is real proud. So how come I'm talking to the sidekick instead of the ranger?
This is the deputy's case.
Is that so? And you had to bring backup just for little old me? I'm flattered. Anyway, this ain't my first interrogation, so let's just get on with it. A time or two, maybe more. And yet here I am, walking free. Aw, ain't you polite? I'm guessing this is the part where you tell me that you've got questions and that you expect me to answer them. That sound about right? All right. So I jacked a ship. It was just a little fun. I didn't even keep it. It was a job. I turned it over to some men, and they took off for who knows where. End of story. Nothing I did put anyone in danger, okay? That's unfortunate, but I don't know anything about it. Can't say I'm surprised, though. You know how it is out here. The strong take what they want from the weak.
You're real cold-blooded, aren't you? If that woman had been killed, you'd be an accessory to murder. Did you think about that?
No, I guess I didn't. I do want to make things right. I was approached by a woman named Maya Cruz. Said she was a senior member of the First and that she had a job for me. She was working with someone inside Hope Tech and pitched me on the idea of jacking a ship right out of the factory. We were deep into planning the job when she had some kind of medical emergency. She said she needed surgery and would be in recovery for a long time. That was a few weeks ago. Haven't heard from her since. You serious? Take your pick. Money, reputation, the thrill of it. All good reasons. Only some kind of offhanded comment about their client wanting to expand the operation ahead of schedule. In my line of work, you learn not to ask a lot of questions. It tends to make people uncomfortable. No, but it sounded serious. She was upset. Seemed kind of shaken, you know? Didn't seem right I should pry, so I didn't. not long after that, I got a message from a guy named Marco. He said he was the money man for the first, and he offered half up front. Never met him directly, though. It was always through intermediaries and using encrypted slates. Got the feeling he was paranoid as hell.
Do you have one of those encrypted slates on you right now?
Yeah. Here. Take it. I'm done with all this. Anything else you want to know? Nothing, really. I was told when and where to meet them. They paid me what I was owed, and that was it. Not so much as a hint. I'll tell you. He's as cagey a fixer as I've ever met.
Bankrolling the first must take a lot of money. Sure, he's got all kinds of side hustles going on.
No. Nothing at all. Left me feeling a little disappointed, given how well they paid me. Yeah, sure.
Next time you're at the Rock, you should give that encrypted slate to Ranger Alex Shadid. He's got a gift for cryptography. If anyone could crack that slate, it'll be him. I'm gonna head back. Good luck, Deputy.
Then I'm free to go. Oh. You're welcome. Guess I ain't used to the law being so polite.
Yes?
What can I get you today?
I'm looking for work. You hiring?
Good?
always a pleasant change of scenery. I have things for you.
Sorry, spaceport's always consumed.
My brother-in-law just got back from 2 weeks in Paradiso. Place looked amazing, but if I have to look at one more vacation photo, I'm gonna
say right up front that if you're short on credits, here, browse to your heart's content.
Well, this planet's gravity is certainly giving us a bit of a workout. Things for you.
Hiya.
Excuse me.
Just making my way.
Better this than being some dust wrangler.
Hey, I wondered when you might come by. I'm Alex. Nia's report said you were heading for Neon? I've always wanted to go there. What did you think? Oh, I can't fly anywhere. Issues with my Eustachian tubes. Being in a pressurized environment is like someone taking a laser cutter to the sides of my head. It's not great. But at least I can pretend to visit the party capital of the galaxy by having you tell me about it. Yeah, I bet. It just sounds so exciting and so stimulating. Probably makes Aquila City look like the more boring backwater town in the settled systems by comparison. Alas, I'll have to experience it vicariously through you and the other rangers. So how'd it go? Turn up anything useful? Oh, come to daddy, my sweet little mystery slate. I see lots of coffee and late nights ahead. Now, if you get any more of these, bring them to me. It helps if I can compare different instances of the encryption they're using. Just look for me up here. I have no life, so I'm not usually hard to find. You're counting on me. You know I outrank you, right? Please and thank you go a long way when addressing your betters, rookie.
Let's talk for a minute. Welcome back. Any luck finding out who stole that ship from Hope Tech? Glad you got a chance to meet him. Sounds like you're making real progress. Good. Stay focused on the task at hand and don't take your eye off the target. That's how a ranger should think. What did you learn from this starship thief? Well done, Deputy. Sounds like you've got a couple of new leads to follow up on. I have a guess who Marco might be. I served with Maya Cruz. She's a technical genius and an expert hacker. I could give you some background if you want it, or we can go straight to planning your next move. Like what? Most likely place would be the clinic. It's in Freestar Collective space and provides the best medical services credits can buy. They also guarantee privacy, so it's an ideal place for someone trying to keep a low profile. Ranger Ben Armistead has posted there. I'll send him an update on the situation. Around the time he got out of jail, we started hearing Marco's name in circulation. Word is he's heading up a smuggling racket. Based on what you've learned, I'd presume he's funneling his ill-gotten gains to the First. Ranger Autumn McMillan is out at Red Mile right now, looking into the smuggling operation. I suggest you pool your resources. Just remember, that's outside Freestar Collective space, so we've got no jurisdiction there. Your priority is to gather more intel about the First. What are they planning? Who are they working for? Where are they headquartered? Just remember that your targets were locked up because they were loyal to their unit. They think the Freestar Collective betrayed them. In other words, you ain't gonna get a warm welcome, so be careful. Good hunting, Deputy.
Ah, parou. Palhaço.
The doctor can provide any supplies.
Late one night, Annie Wilcox tried to arrest
Problem?
Akira City's always helping.
To be back on board.
Hello, Captain. We pose no threat here. Quite the opposite. I'm making another run out of New Atlantis, taking Universals out in the stars. To get closer to God and to appreciate the galaxy and all its majesty. We grav jumped to a few different systems. We're lucky to have some pilgrims who have never been off-world. Seeing so many marvels can be a life-changing experience. Space travel is dangerous, but fortunately, most ships don't engage us. Whether it's respect for our religious beliefs or the fact that we carry only passengers, I don't know. Have you ever felt something spiritual while traveling the stars? I've jumped dozens of times, and I still don't know I've had the revelation that Keeper Aquilus describes. But I'll keep jumping. Your heart is open to it. That's good. It was a pleasure talking with you. We have to be going. But I hope God watches over you out there in the stars.
Hey, wanna chat? Hey, good to see you. Oh, I didn't know that was part of the job. Are you sure? I couldn't stand what Neon was turning me into. The city has a way of sucking the life out of you and making you mean. I've seen it happen to lots of people. When I was forced to join the Disciples, I felt the meanness starting to get to me too. And that's what convinced me it was time to go. Not by a long shot. They strong-armed me into it. The gangs in Neon are just as good at taking advantage of people as the megacorps are. Unless you're born into money, your best hope at making a living in Neon is slinging chasm bass or getting into some kind of crime. And if you do manage to wrestle your way up the ladder, there's always someone above you trying to kick you back down. When you live that way long enough, you start losing hope. Some turn to Aurora for a substitute. Those who don't end up just drifting. It's horrible. That doesn't surprise me. Bayou and the megacorps make sure most people see Neon through Aurora-tinted glasses. Ebbside, the rough part of town. My family shared a sleep crate with a few other people. It was cramped, but at least we had a roof over our heads. Not everybody in Neon can say the same. There's a lot of homelessness in Ebbside. That's the kind of stuff I was happy to leave behind. I didn't have much of a choice. My family owes them a lot of money, and they agreed to let us off the hook for some of it if I joined the gang and work for them. I couldn't pass that offer up. My parents don't have a lot of income. They opened a shop in Ebbside with the money the Disciples loaned them, but the strikers burned it down. I guess they thought the Disciples were using it for some kind of money laundering. I know I don't look like it, but I'm one of the best brawlers in Neon. The Disciples were looking for a new heavy, and I fit the bill. They'd actually been trying to recruit me for a while before I agreed to join up. I've been on their radar since I knocked out one of their members on the street. Guy should have tried to mug me. Might still have his front teeth, and I might not be in this situation. Of course the strikers had it wrong. My parents weren't doing anything like that. They opened the shop so people in Ebbside would have an affordable place to buy food. They only took a loan from the Disciples. They never did any business with them. The Ebbside Strikers. They're a rival gang of the Disciples. I'm really glad they weren't the ones who asked me to join them. Those guys scare me. It's not how I saw my life going. I'll just put it that way. But not having a way to pay would be worse for my family. My parents barely make a living at Xenofresh. They'd never get out of debt without my help. but I made it clear to the disciples that I wanted out as soon as the debt was paid. Honestly, I don't want to be anywhere near Neon when the last payment goes through. I'm sure the disciples would just find another way to get me to stay. My family's still there. The disciples aren't above using people as tools to get what they want. I get that. I won't ask you to make any changes to your business just for me, and I'll still go there with you if I have to. Just maybe try to stay away from Epside. We'll both be a lot safer that way. I'm really sorry you have to get wrapped up in this at all. I know it's a messy situation. Almost makes me sorry I ever learned to fight at all. The disciples might have agreed to let us pay off the debt in some other way if I didn't have something to offer them. Sorry, that's really heavy. Did you have any other questions? So many! I think I've read every tourist guide at the Neon Spaceport. Traveling's always been a dream of mine. Earth's moon is right at the top of my list. I've always been curious about it, but New Atlantis is a really close second. The travel guides make it seem incredible. It sounds like the exact opposite of Neon.
Let's catch up soon.
Please tell me you're not going to make us run the Red Mile.
Just the thought of landing at the Red Mile was making me sick. Now that we're here, I'm almost at a loss for words.
I get paid to put down anyone who tries to start something here.
Wait! Don't shoot me! I didn't do anything wrong!
Bullshit. You didn't think we'd notice that you tried to slip away without paying?
Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy. The Marshal's report didn't mention you had hearing problems. Are you, or are you not, the new deputy?
Wonderful. Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting. Because I've trained new recruits before, and it's not an experience I want to repeat. I hope so. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting. She won't be staying long, so I don't have time to brief you. You'll find out everything you need to know when you meet with her. Follow me.
Chance in the Red Mile, talk to me. She's always happy to have more.
Oh, I can't believe people who participate in blood sports can possibly be considered celebrities or heroes. Oh, in my mind, they're worse than criminals.
It can get rowdy in here sometimes, but we try to keep things civil.
Come on, sit.
So you're working with Autumn, huh? Who are you? Is that so?
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why? Wow, how noble.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation. He started moving in on my territory. If you think this gives you some kind of leverage, you're wrong. Sure, he might slow me down for a while, but a little competition won't break me. Because it might get a little awkward if my sister here had to arrest me. Well, thanks for the economics lesson, but I think I know my trade. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not gonna tell us yet, because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
May's the key to this whole thing, but I don't know her. Maybe try to get on her good side? She's the owner and manager here. Inherited the place when her husband was killed. My thinking exactly. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco. Someone who volunteers to run the Red Mile, a deadly stretch of terrain just outside the cantina. It's infested with hostile creatures, and few people survive. The ones that do earn a reputation. The Red Mile is incredibly dangerous. I just don't want to see you take a risk like that. I hope that's not false bravado, Deputy, because this is life and death we're talking about. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die, will you?
Really going to take on the mile, huh?
It's you and me from here out.
Please be careful out there.
I doubt anything scares you.
The mile is dangerous. Make sure you're prepared.
Whew, you're either brave as hell, or you've got a death wish.
What you're doing is incredibly brave. I won't forget that.
Kick back with a drink from the bar and enjoy yourself.
Than a fair wage snob. And I pay.
Time. Every time. In fact... Ah! A new face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar. Oh? Let's rectify that then, shall we? You will not find a more exciting blood sport in all the settled systems. The Red Mile is an exciting and deadly race to the finish for the galaxy's bravest champions. Those that manage to complete the course win fame and fortune. Those that don't are never heard from again. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality. A rather open-ended question, but I'll do my best. Red Mile was once a notorious haven for the criminal underworld. Thieves, shipjackers, mercenaries, and smugglers would come here to do business, get drunk, and gamble. I cleaned the place up when I took over. I made it, if not quite a family destination, at least a safer one. Red Mile still offers a unique, exciting experience, but our clientele has improved considerably, and we offer a wider range of services. Because I see the potential for Red Mile to become one of the most unique and popular travel destinations in the settled systems. Because I want to leave a legacy and be remembered for creating something as unique as it is lucrative. Or perhaps it's because, like so many runners who come here to test themselves, I really should challenge. I suppose there's no single reason. Let's just say that I feel it's my calling. Anything else to say? Well, it's quite simple, really. Once you register with me, we'll have a little pomp and circumstance before sending you on your way out the big red door. Then it's a race to the buzzer at the other end of the course. You'll deal with obstacles and deadly creatures alike, while people up here place bets on how far you'll get. Make it back alive, and you'll stand to win riches and the admiration of your fans. I'm sure you can figure out what happens if you fail. You're too precious! Yes, of course they bet on our runners' lives. We're outside of the colonies and Freestars for a reason. Betting is a huge part of the Red Mile's appeal. How better to make the most exciting sport in the universe more exciting? Repeat runners draw bigger bets. You should ask Donovan how much bets on him were worth before he was forced to retire. Just a little introduction we do to get the fans all worked up. The Red Mile is a spectator sport, after all. Most people don't complete the course, so... Of course. And... I was fortunate. I used those resources to... Suffice it to say, And now, at last... That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him? Exactly. Yes, this is not unknown to me. His association with the First is troubling, to say the least, and that trouble could find its way here. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile? A simple journey through a wilderness occupied by creatures that some call dangerous. Oh, I'm afraid this is the only thing that I want from you. At least for now. I give you my word, which is something I never do lightly. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from our patrons who will place wagers on your survival. That's what every runner says. Mission or not, I can't even imagine why you'd take part in such an uncivilized activity. There's always a better way. Now that we're clear on what's expected of you, are you ready to begin? Good. Come with me and I'll introduce you.
Menino! Tá bom, Lil, chega. Parou.
I hope you know what you're doing, because I'm told that running the Red Mile is nearly impossible. Please don't tell me you're seriously considering making an attempt.
Menino, deu, parou, chega. Tá demais, insuportável.
Did you hear that? You've got nothing. You okay? Make sure you strip everything useful from that thing.
Tião, chega. Tá insuportável. Tá bom. Tá bom, pequeno égua. Moleque, tu tá insuportável, na moral. Menino, tá bom. Chega. Limites.
I hope you're enjoying your visit.
You'll be talking to the underside.
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear. Indeed you have, and in most impressive fashion. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
Well, it's not a...
That was impressive. You made it. You're back. Are you okay?
Try picking a fight with someone who isn't carrying a firearm. I can only...
And here I was feeling like a nervous wreck the whole time. Guess I had nothing to worry about. Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through okay.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them.
Oh.
I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that. No, it's not that. I had a bad experience with another deputy that I was training. I'll tell you all about it after this is over. Okay? So, you need to stay alive, or you'll never hear the story. You're right. Let's focus on the job. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
You always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
I keep thinking the next time I'll live up to my name.
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly patient. Only that someone wanted a meeting. Don't expect to catch him unprepared. He keeps a sizable force of mercenaries aboard his ship as bodyguards. He's intelligent, well-connected, and utterly
demais,
ruthless.
moleque.
He's also a man of taste who appreciates the finer things. You'll find out soon enough what I mean. Good. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again, it will be here, waiting for you.
I have a feeling.
Pardon me?
Don't know if it was brave or stupid, but at least you survived.
Warm up the engines.
Para aqui pra fazer xixi, peraí. Deu, né? Nossa, tá alto. Bugou. Eventually.
Should be plenty of organic materials to harvest from this world.
Cara, eu acho que é essa nave aqui. Sinto que é essa.
Bus is in the back.
Well, one thing's certain. Graziani certainly isn't afraid to flaunt his wealth.
First, mess around.
My word. Some of these pieces on display are incredible. They belong in a museum.
Enggak.
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks. What the hell? Guards!
My contact is in Vanguard recruitment. Looking to a new target. Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
Como se disse acontecer.
Bus is in the back.
Well, one thing's certain. Graziani certainly isn't afraid to flaunt his wealth. My word. Some of these pieces on display are incredible. They belong in a museum.
Welcome. If you're looking for work... You've heard of the First, I take it. I'm not just a member, I also help to fund the outfit through a network of independent traders. Of course, illicit goods are the most lucrative, so there is a constant need for skilled pilots. Is that so? You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal sent a deputy instead of a full-fledged Ranger.
I'm willing to bet this deputy can handle whatever you intend to throw in our path.
And who might you be?
Sarah. Sarah Morgan.
It's a pleasure to welcome you aboard, Sarah. It's clear you are a woman of refinement, as well as beauty.
How about we skip the compliments and move things along, shall we?
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future. Assuming we all keep our heads. to settle accounts. Major Hall served with distinction during the Colony War. But the leaders of the Free Star Collective, they turned on him. In his eyes, the Rangers are enforcers for a corrupt Council of Governors. That makes you his enemy. As for me, I didn't see any profit in nursing that grudge. I prefer to focus on the future. That's right. Major Hall spent 20 years in lockup nursing a grudge against the Free Star Collective. We all did. A lot of good men and women died for nothing because of those cowards you work for. You've chosen your side, and I've chosen mine. I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy. You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who'll kill you without hesitation. I'm a businessman. If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return. I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand. Good. Then we are agreed.
How interesting. I wasn't aware that accepting bribes was one of the tenets that Freestar Rangers live by.
It'd be a shame if an encrypted slate like... Now, before you complain, you're free to stay as long as you like. It's not often I get to entertain such a distinguished guest.
My contact is in Vanguard recruiting, so expect a sales pitch when you meet him.
Fuga. Acho que vai separar essas missões de acordo com o negócio.
Got my eyes on you.
Suppose I have time for a nap before we leave?
Bugou. Pela primeira vez eu vi um jogo bugar. Boa noite. Eita! Muito obrigado pela hand. Seu vagabundo. Que diverso esse traço aqui, ô coisa fofa. Cara, o jogo bugou real. Keisa, se eu te falar que eu tô segurando esse Starfield desde as 1 hora. Ô tio, se eu te falar que eu tô segurando esse jogo desde 1 hora da tarde. Sim, tá, vamos lá. É o seguinte. Tem um horário específico pra te entrar no Game Pass. Esse horário de manhã não sei exatamente. Acho que o tio Sheba sabe que ele faz de manhã. De tarde é das 1 hora até 3h30 no máximo. 3h30 no máximo. Das 13h30 pra frente, fica lotado. De manhã eu não sei exatamente, é muito raro. Agora é assim, ó, de segunda a sexta, das 1 hora até. Esse daí. Das 1 hora até as 13h30. De segunda a sexta. De sábado pra domingo é das 1 hora até 2 e pouco. 2h45, por aí. Load, é porque tu tem que pegar um horário muito específico. Eu não sei de cabeça agora. É um horário muito específico. Muito específico. Se tu tá demorando 1 hora pra entrar nas 10, entra mais cedo. Acho que umas 7 horas, 7h30 por aí. Que aí tu consegue de manhã. Porque tu tem que prever. Eu descobri por acaso à tarde. Eu descobri por acaso. Sabe? Eu descobri o bodego por acaso mesmo. Aí eu fiquei. Descobri um negócio por acaso mesmo, nesse horário bem específico. Tá aqui para o jogo bugou. Uhum. Eu não vou entrar. Eu vou entrar esse aqui. Bugou mesmo, bugou real. Digamos que sim. Cara, seguinte, se eu sair aqui agora pra resolver o BO do senhor Game Pass, eu vou ficar uma meia hora tentando entrar de novo. voltar aqui mais um pouco. Deu babá. Sim. Sim. Exatamente isso. Isso. É porque tu tem que ter a sorte, às vezes.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Tem que ter aquelas coisas bem, ó, cheirosas. Muito obrigado por isso, amor. O jogo bugou. O jogo bugou. Parabéns. É isso que complica o louco. Não entendi por que bugou, velho, na moral. Tá. Eu não vou falar com ela. Agora não. Você vai ficar aí, depois eu falo contigo. Lá pra frente. Vou testar um bagulhete aqui. Qualquer coisa é só falhar. Bah.
We know when you're ready to launch.
Ei, Ponte. Acabou, meu filho. Ué. Indo. Só que eu acho que o jogo bugou.
moment. My contact is in Vanguard recruiting, so we need to talk to John Tuala in Mast. I certainly do. It's all yours. Bye.
Cara, eu tô achando que deu um bel bem flachado. Bem Osvaldo. Cara, eu vou ter que trocar o jogo. Cara, se eu voltar mais daqui, eu tô voltando por causa das minhas coisas. Cara, eu vou apagar todo aquele seja bonitinho. E ficar só com o por enquanto. O resto ele faz sozinho.
Oh, great. Just who I don't want to see.
Yes?
Um beijo e um queijo. Eu tenho que entender que BO tá acontecendo. Cara, se bugou mesmo. Pau pó. E aí que esse game é de sexta-feira, velho. Toda sexta de tarde. Pequeno é grande. Grande que nem a minha vida.
In on deck.
Keep it up. You'll make rain.
Ah, todo mundo comigo.
There you are.
Deixa eu ver se bugou. Descobri. Vamos ver? Se bugou, eu não trago mais Starfield. É alguma coisa, está em conflito agora com o que eu não... Tô com vontade de acabei de Pera aí, volta rapidinho. Pera aí. Eu vou levar vocês até mais 9h30, pode ser? Daí eu vou ver um bodego aqui, peraí. Ela ainda tá on. Mandar. Se vocês puderem ficar um pouquinho com ela, agradeço. De verdade.
I have things for you.
If you're looking to stay, Lord Routine will take care of you.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the Colony War. Pirates used them as forward operations.
Não entendi, tio. Possível.
Spend too long in this high gravity environment.
Possível, mas não provável.
Physiological damage. Something you might be
You
interested
might
in.
want to steer clear of the stretch. Lots of crime over there.
So we had to clean up the graffiti
There's
on the
not
range.
enough to do around here.
Why don't we just close it down? It's not like it gets much use.
I need someplace to put the prototypes through their paces. It stays.
But you know stretch trash will come back and Lord, worse.
Let them.
Mm-hmm.
Beer bottles and graffiti is the least we owe them.
Yes, Miss Minutes.
É esse o problema, eu não uso. Não, acho que não tem suporte específico pro celular. Não. Cera de bom gado. Cara, eu faço tudo pelo celular. O notebook tá aqui, mas ele só serve para monitoramento, só isso. E olha lá. Pequeno pede socorro. Ele não aguenta. Já testei isso há muito tempo. Ele não suporta o que eu faço. O bichinho já rega. Sacou o problema? Eu não necessariamente uso o OBS, eu uso o primo dele, que é o senhor Prism Live. Até agora não me abandonou, esse filho de uma égua.
If you're looking to browse, the sales floor is downstairs.
Eu não uso muito TikTok lá, mas fica a seu critério. Eu não cobro nada não, viado.
Freestar security!
I don't think we typically allow customers.
Hold it right there! You're in all kinds of trouble!
I guess you're smarter than you look.
Como é que eles me acham?
When you have a moment.
The Freestar Collector's got a reputation for being a little lawless.
Deixa eu ver aqui meu WhatsApp aqui rapidinho.
might be interested in.
Tá, é o seguinte, pessoal. Vamos lá, eu vou ter que parar por aqui. Porque eu tô abusando da senhora roxinha. Eu vou mandar vocês. Deixa eu abrir aqui. Deixa eu ver se ela tá online agora. Tem que filtrar aqui. Bem na hora. Meu fone vai descarregar. Quantos essa mulher usa? Quatro. Eu já ouvi da primeira vez. Eu não sou surdo. Deixa eu copiar aqui. Eu já ouvi. Lá, power off, eu já desligo. Oxe! Deixa eu parar de falar porque descarregou. Deixa eu ver se é isso aqui.
IntelliWheat is revolutionary. Why waste time with brewing when you can do so much good? And make so many more
Eu já
credits?
ouvi sim, o fone de ouvido, eu não sou surdo. Eu tenho que eu falar com vocês aqui de boa. Pera aí. Esse fone de ouvido tá
I really
misericórdia.
don't understand why Weston can't
É
rein in his
filtrar.
brother. How much are we going to
Não, é
lose
por
on
seguidor,
this
por seguidor, por
brewing
seguidor.
nonsense?
Cara, eu vou segurar o rosto mais um pouquinho, peraí.
A good business person shouldn't let their personal attachments become an obstacle to success.
Ué. Espera aí um segundo. Ilha da mãe, tá mais um. Eu acho.
Weston needs to get his brother focused on food production instead of wasting time brewing beer. If I ran things, we wouldn't have this problem.
Não tá. Tá. Mandar vocês pra outra pessoa, peraí. Espera aí. Bara.
We only use robots for farming.
Aí vocês precisam o fim.
That tech we could
Pode ser?
patent. It's true. My husband runs one of the most
O
successful
controle
businesses
rota.
in the free.
Ai, viado. Tá. Muito obrigado por quem seguiu. Por quem ainda não seguiu, fico de olho em vocês, viu? Ah. Bah. Agradeço muito de verdade por vocês ficarem até agora comigo. Valeu, falou, fui. Depois volto.